Hello everyone, this is Logi here. So welcome to my channel. So today's video will be about how to find Fatalis Evil Eye safely. So let's first take a look at the items we're gonna bring. So the buff, the potion, smoke bomb, yeah, pretty standard. And that's the radio menu. So take a look at the sets. We have 5 sets: the opening set, the sleep set. So this set is True Crit status for Gracian, and this is the True Charge Slash set with Valkana Beta set and Wait set, and Fortify Activation set. I will explain the sets later on after the demo. So first I will do a demonstration of this method. Yeah, so we're gonna post a Fatalis quest. Yeah, and remember, don't eat here. So I'm currently having the Fortify activation set to activate Fortify after entering the quest. Yeah, so after getting into this quest, just load your weapon card heavy bowgun and fire at air, and the Safi bleeding effect will cause you to cart, and that's what we want. We want to cart twice to have 20% more attack. And if you're worried about having only one card remaining is unsafe because you think you might cart to Fatalis once, then you can maybe activate Fortify only once, or maybe say eat for feline safeguard, feline insurance, or even you can just not activating Fortify at all. This strat works if you don't activate Fortify as well. It just you can't make mistakes if you don't activate Fortify. So I'm switching to the opening set. It's a 4-piece Valkana and a Garuga leg. Yeah, and I'm eating for attack up large as a canteen. And there's a max potion here, so remember to grab it and eat the max potion to bring your HP to the max. Yeah, now put on the Giddy Mantle and drop into the field. Yeah, for this opening set, so since I'm using activating Fortify, Fortify is the necessary skill. And what else? Heavy Artillery. This is really important. We want the Heavy Artillery skill, so the cannons give us a free knockdown on Fatalis. And also Pipe Breaker 3. This is like the necessary skill for both damaging set, like the True Charge Slash set and the opening set. So I'm just loading the cannon, and for the first cannon you push once to the right. Yeah, it's going to feel like a miss aim or terrible aim, yeah, but that will actually work. Yeah, and you load the second cannon. And you might also notice I'm not bringing my Palico, because Palico make this thing more complicated. But, I mean, you can bring your Palico if you want. Yeah. So, loads up the second cannon, and you want to push it until it aims at your shelter for the second Nova. For the first Nova. And you jump down, grab some rock, and put down 2 Mega Barrel Bomb here. Just around here is fine. And you go up, you buff up with Might Seed, Demon Powder, those things you have. And you fire the cannon. Yeah, for this set you don't need any defensive skill, no health boost needed. Because Fatalis is it's very unlikely that he can hit you. Maybe when you try to do the flint shot, but yeah, that's when you get unlucky. Most of the time you can get the flint shot in. Yeah, so the cannon gives you free knockdown. Just starting to do damage on the attack. Yeah, so that's about 2000 damage, and we also have Part Breaker. And yeah, let's shot him. That's another 1000 free damage. Yeah, and Farcaster back. And now you want to switch to your sleep set to put Fatalis to sleep. Yeah, I'm using 4-piece Gold Rathian. If you can't make 4-piece Gold Rathian, you can use the Artian armor, which I have the Artian fan brace on at this moment. That gives you crit status. and 4-piece gold wrapping give you true crit status, but it's not gonna make a huge difference. Anyways, yeah. And for the first sleep, it's quite easy to proc. It's about 7 or 8 shots, depends on how often your crit status procs. About 7 or 8 shots of sleep ammo level 2. If you have a terrible luck, it might need 9 shots, but yeah, it's overall pretty easy. So here I had got lucky with the crit status, 7 shots, and Fatalis is asleep. And now it's the important part. You want to farcast her out and grab, go into the tent, grab your GreatSword set, and drop it. For some reason, Fatalis is asleep for a very long time. So you can actually swap your gear and go back to do the attack, to do the wake up. I actually never thought of that until I was like randomly looking at the wiki, and I think on the wiki it says it's Fatalis is asleep for like 40 seconds. Yeah, so I'm putting on the mentals, and for this set, it has to be a GreatSword set. For the opening, it don't have to be a GreatSword, but this must be a GreatSword set. Yeah, and I actually screwed up on the first TCS. Yeah, I don't know how it is, but somehow the first small hit actually hits the monster, which I have no idea why. But yeah, that's about 2,000 damage on the head. And the slingshot, another 1,000. And Farcaster out after the slingshot. Yeah, for the TCS set, you want to do like you want to have Part Breaker 3 on it, and then you want to put on as many attacking skill as possible to max out your damage on the True Charge Slash. Yeah, and now I'm swapped to the weight set, and this set I have Tool Specialist 5 on it, so my mentals comes back much quicker. So I'm just waiting for my mentals to come back, especially the affinity booster. Yeah, and I actually messed up on there. Yeah, I didn't wait long enough, but I don't know at that point. So I swapped to the sleep set, and yeah, grab the ammos, and went in for the second sleep. Oh yeah, and for the bow gun here, I'm using a light bow gun, heavy bow gun, or bow also works. I'm not sure about bow. I'm not good. I'm not good with bow at all. Yeah, and for light bow gun, I actually recommend you to use this light bow gun because that has built-in spare shot, so you might not need to go back grab ammo as often. Maybe. Because for the third sleeve, then you just need a few shots than what you have. So if you have spare shot, you might not need to go back to the third sleeve proc. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, I almost jumped out of my chair when I was recording. I'm like, oh no, I said this is a safe method, but yeah, I almost tried it. Just watch out for some of the house move when I try to push into to sleep. That's basically the only dangerous point, the only dangerous time. Yeah, so now he's asleep. Farcaster back. And change to the GreatSword set, pretty standard. Loop here. Yeah, after you've done a few times, you would get it. It's like, yeah, the time is a bit tight, but yeah, but you still have quite a bit time. You have, I think, about 20 seconds here to do the TCS combo. 20 or maybe a bit less. Yeah, I'm buffing up, grab the mental. Yeah, I don't have my affinity booster. I was like, I did not wait long enough with my Tool Specialist waiting set. But I'm like, yeah, I can't afford waiting longer, so I just went into the combo. I have 50% affinity on here, and luckily I got the crit hit on the head here. You see 3,400 damage on the head. And that contributes a lot to the head rate. And I'm pretty sure his head is at 1 HP now. Fatalis have this weird lock thing, so if it's at sleep, if it's binded, and you hit his head until the threshold, his head is not gonna break until he come out of like the binding or the sleep. So his head is basically at 1 HP, and even if you throw a rock, some pot, anything at his head, it's gonna break. And you see, the first shot of the roaming ballista actually breaks the head. Yeah, and then you just go do damage on the head. And unfortunately, I did not get the crit here. Yeah, and flinch shot him again. You want to flinch shot him whenever it's possible to flinch shot. Yeah. So after the flinch shot, you just Farcaster out. Yeah, and switch to the waiting set. I don't know why I switched to the waiting set. I didn't even use my affinity booster. Yeah. I don't know why I swapped the waiting set. Yeah, I ended up waited here for like about 10 seconds. Yeah, so yeah, and for the first Nova, you want to grab the binder behind the behind the steel metal thing. There's actually a binder. I don't know if you, I feel a lot of people actually don't know there's a binder. While I was playing with like randoms, yeah, random like hub. I actually don't know there's a binder and nobody's like grabbed it. Yeah, so there's a binder. Oh yeah, and I forgot to grab the ammo here. So yeah, it's a pretty simple loop. You just try to put him to sleep, wake him up with a GreatSword True Charge Slash, and you go back, you put him to sleep again, you True Charge Slash wake up. And for those of you who don't use GreatSword and don't know how to do the combo, it's actually very easy. If you just go to the training place, it's it literally takes maybe about 5 minutes for you to know how it works. And if you still can't get it how it works, maybe comment down below and I will make a video on how to do the sleeping True Charge Slash tutorial. I actually done a few times in the video and yeah, it's quite straightforward. So I'm using Apothecary Mantle here to help with the third sleep proc. And I got a bit careless here and his hind leg actually kicked me. But you can see he can't one-shot me with a lot of his moves. So even if you get hit, you can just heal back with a max potion or mega potion. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm saving the binder. Oh, and you might also notice, oh yeah, I used all my sleep ammo, so I went back to grab more. Starting from the third sleep, yeah, you need to fire all the sleep ammo and come back to get more ammos to put him to sleep. It's a little bit of pain, but yeah, it works. Yeah, and you might also notice that I did not use a roaming ballista after the head break. There are like all still, I think, more than 90 shots of roaming ballista, because we don't want to push him to the third phase. We don't want to do much damage. Like the amount of damage to his chest is not important. We just want to deal damage to the head, and his head has terrible shot type hit zones. So I'm not gonna use the roaming ballista. And I decided to tenderize the head here, and yeah, and Fatalis hit zone doesn't change much if you don't, between tenderize and non-tenderize, so it's up to you whether to tenderize or not. So he's asleep, I Farcaster back, and switch to GreatSword once again. So that's the third sleep proc. We're gonna do the third sleep True Charge Slash. Yeah, and I'm using Valkana set because I think that's the set everyone is accessible, Valkana beta set, because if you do the storyline you have to beat Valkana, right? So yeah, I think using this set explains a lot, because for some reason you can just fight Fatalis starting at MR24 is when you complete the storyline, which is very strange. And yeah, so if you have like other better armor sets, yeah, feel free to use them. So the TCS here, so 3,400 damage, and I dodge spot onto the head and do the flint shot. Oh yeah, for the flint shot, when he's like about when to do the clutch onto the head, when he's doing all his fire breathe attack, like when he's breathing out fire, yeah, it's safe to clutch plot onto it. Whether it's a cone or as long as it's continuously breathing out fire, it's safe. But if it's like just throwing like firing fireballs, yeah, the fireball will hit you. Yeah, and here I noticed I realized that yeah, I need to come back to grab the ammo once, so the affinity booster will definitely be ready at that moment. So I did not wait, and I went straight into the fourth sleeping proc. Yeah, I don't know if Apothecary Mantle is helping much here. I don't know. Yeah, but I still used it anyways. I think it is quite safe. I think I said that many times in the video. Well, I mean, this is meant to be like a safe method. But I mean, I want to make this clear, but for those of you, if you can't beat Fatalis alone, if you can just slay Fatalis, yeah, slaying him is the better way to find the evil eyes. But let's say if you don't get the luck to break head twice, or if the quest reward and the card is just not giving you Fatalis evil eyes, just feel free to use this method. And this is definitely more efficient than the Plunder Blade farming. Yeah. So for the fourth sleep proc, yeah, it's gonna use a lot of ammo. Yeah, and I ran out of ammo. I forecast her back to grab more. Yeah, and if you have a better GreatSword than what I have there, you might actually get like 4,000 on the Sleeping Fatalis. But anyways, so they're ready to do the proxy fourth sleep. Yeah, if you use the Styx light bowgun, you might, because of the spare shot, you might not need to go back to grab more ammo on the third sleeping proc. Yeah, but it's not gonna make a big difference. Overall, the method is pretty self-explanatory. After you watch it once, it's just looping between putting him to sleep and waking him up. Yeah, I did not notice Fatalis is already asleep, so I forecast her out a little bit late, but that's not a big problem. Yeah, if you want your Palico to help, you can have your Palico bring Plunder Blade and a paralysis weapon, because you don't want your Palico to actually put him to sleep at the wrong timing that you don't want to. Yeah, and I suggest your Palico to bring a paralysis weapon, also because if let's say if you missed a TCS or you just screwed up somewhere, you can actually switch to a different bowgun and just shoot paralysis ammo and get the paralysis to deal more damage to the head. Okay, so I buffed up, used the affinity booster, and load the TCS combo. Another 3,400 damage. And Part Breaker 3 is necessary on the both opening and the True Charge Smash set. Yeah. and here I think I'm trying to get the first shot. Yeah, when Fatalis is like standing on two hind legs, if you flinch shot him, he's gonna drop down to all four, and then you have to. But the damage is really low. But the thing is, you can flinch shot him again when he's on all four, and that's gonna give you the big 1000 damage. Yeah, so I did the flinch shot, and here I thought he's going to go for his second Nova. Yeah, but I was wrong. I was getting close to the barricade because I thought he was gonna go for the Nova, but he decided just to fly up. So I used the binder. Yeah, and I messed up once again over here. I think I didn't hit the head, and also I missed the big true charge smash. So if you hit all of those, yeah, it's like pretty much guaranteed for 2 head breaks. So far we have procced 4 sleep. We have got 1 weapon knockdown with the cannon. We have 1 binder used, and we have one more binder. And if you didn't get the head break after that binder, I suggest you to go back, like Farcaster back once again, and bring a paralysis weapon, because it should be pretty close to getting paralysis if you bring your power goal. Or you can just bring a paralysis bowgun. Oh yeah, and over here you can use your GreatSword to block the roll. Like GreatSword actually have a blocking function. Yeah, and just continue attacking the head. Yeah, and after this true charge splash, I believe, as I mentioned, Fatalis had to have a lock, and lock is a 1. So yeah, it can't break during the binder, so after that hit, I'm kind of pretty sure that I was like, yeah, that's the hit that's going to break the head. So I did it, and yeah, head break. About 20 minutes. Definitely not the most efficient method, but a very consistent method. And I believe it's like when you're trying to farm something, yeah, you just want to be very consistent, like every time you get it. Yeah, and even if the head didn't break, as I mentioned, you can go change to a paralysis bowgun. You still have like 10 minutes, and you still have the roaming ballista. And if you hit the head, the roaming ballista can do about 1000 damage. Yeah. So, anyways, let's go over the sets. So this is the opening set. For the skills, you have to look at the start of the video. Here are the decorations. So it's 4-piece Volcana beta plus a Garuga legs beta. And I'm using a Mighty Charm 3, and Gilly Mantle, and Vitality Mantle. And yeah, for the opening, Fightbreaker 3, Heavy Artillery 2, and Fortify. They are the necessary skills. And on top of that, just try to stack as many attacking skills as possible. Yeah, and as you can see, I don't have my GreatSword augmented, so you can augment your weapon to get more damage or health regen, whatever you want. So this is the sleeping set. Yeah, and I have I think evade extender on it for more comfort, but what you need is sleep attack and free ammo up, but those are not necessary. You just need to have a bowgun that can shoot sleep ammo. That's it. And I have true crit status, but that's only help. So as long as you can put the monster to sleep, it's all the same. And that's a TCS set. Once again, Safi 5 GreatSword, Volcana 4-piece beta plus, and Garuga beta. And I'm using a Challenger Charm. If you don't have like level 5 Challenger Charm, you can just use level 3, level 2. It's just a bit less damage, but it's all the same. And I have Affinity Booster because I have the set at 50% Affinity, and that Affinity Booster bring it to 100. And the weighting, yeah, it's 3-piece Luna Strut. Yeah, it gives 2 Specialist 5, and that's it. And Fortify on the Safi Freeze Cannon. The 2 Specialist 5 allow you to have your mentals and boosters come back quicker, and that's the skills. And Fortify activation is just full Safi beta, and Safi's Freeze Cannon with a Fortitude Jewel on it. Yeah, so safe way to find Fatalis Evil Eye, and that's it. And if you get practice more using that using this, you actually could get the time to maybe like maybe not 15, maybe 18 minutes. And yeah, as I said, it's not the most efficient way to farm it, but it's a way for those of you who have a hard time defeating Fatalis. Yeah, so that's it for this video. And if you feel the content is helpful, please leave a like down below. And if you have any other way to find Fatalis Evil Eye, or you have any questions, yeah, please comment down below and I will read the comments and reply them. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.